You're busy finishing up your holiday sewing, and that's amazing. Don't stop. You're on a deadline, you know. But what about you? What do you want or need, either from your loved ones or just gifts for you from you? Gifts for the quilter are what we're talking about today, and I have some unusual ideas. If you like what you see, be sure and share this video with anyone whose shopping list includes you. Hi, I'm Amy and I make things. Today I'm making a list of gift items for you, the quilter. And I tried to think outside the proverbial gift box, so to speak. Come on, I'll show you. First off, let's talk about gifts and what makes a good gift. Ideally, you want it to be something your giftee will use and enjoy and not just another thing they have to store or dust or keep care of. I separated today's suggestions into 3 categories: the dull stuff, the beautiful stuff, and the unusual stuff. First, there's the dull stuff. Things that are innately useful, always needed, but not as much fun to purchase for yourself as fabric or threads or something colorful. Then there's the beautiful stuff. Now, I'm not talking fabric or kits here, though those things are beautiful and wonderful. I'm talking about something more lasting. Then there's the unusual stuff. And this is where I'm going a little rogue and thinking beyond the studio, but hang with me, it will all make sense in the end. So what falls into these 3 categories? Let's start with the dull stuff, which is actually mostly sharp stuff, but here we go. There are a myriad of items that quilters always need, but they're not exciting to buy. These are the necessary items for your quilting, such as rotary blades, needles, batting. Those are my top 3. Sure, we need them, but when it comes to our quilting budget, how often have you purchased more fabric instead of that replacement blade? Because the practical, necessary things are just not as much fun to buy. Now imagine if you received an entire box of 100 needles, or 10 rotary blades, or a whole bolt of batting as a gift. How amazing is it to know that next time you're in a quilt shop looking at all those lovely fabrics and patterns and threads, you don't even have to think about needles or blades or batting because someone already took care of it. What a luxury, right? Now everyone asks, and you can't go wrong, you can't go wrong with the tried and true Olfa blades. There are a lot of brands out there. Olfa is easy to find a coupon for, and they just work. Be sure and let people know which size you prefer, 45, 60, what have you, and if you have a specialty rotary cutter that takes a specific blade, let folks know that as well. As far as needles go, I like lots of them and all the major brands are awesome. My favorite are these Superior threads. These are the new chromium coated, but usually I use the titanium coated top stitch needles. But I also like a good old fashioned universal Smets for piecing as well. You know, regardless of your preference, having a generous supply of needles will encourage you to do the thing that I harp on a lot. Change your needle often. It will make your sewing a much more pleasant and possibly more successful experience. Now, batting. An entire bolt of batting is such a luxury. But if that's not in the budget, finance-wise or maybe space-wise, consider a selection of battings in different fiber contents and sizes, like a bouquet of batting, if you will. Choosing a new fiber content can be a special treat. My favorite is the Hobbs cotton wool blend, or maybe a bamboo or silk, something out of the ordinary. And this leads me a little bit into the next category, the beautiful stuff. My friend Hannah Louise Poston is a pro at gift giving, and her philosophy is that the best gift is an exquisite version of something your recipient already uses all the time. I'll link Hannah's gift guide playlist below. It is truly worth the watch, and Hannah is really right. Think about the tools you use all the time. Then imagine if it were the most amazing version of itself. That's the sweet spot. And that is a great gift both to give and to receive. So what things might fall into this beautiful stuff category? How about all those tools we have our hands on all the time? I think about things like scissors, seam rippers, thimbles, a sewing tray, even lighting. This is my favorite category, can you tell? But let's start with scissors. I have these Fiskars razor-edged scissors, and they cut through pretty much anything. But I also have these, my Ginger dressmaker shears, and they just make me feel fancy. They cut beautifully and they make that noise. You know the one. Plus, they feel great in my hand. They're just lovely to look at. They're just so pretty, and they're classic. Ginger scissors have been around a long time for a reason, and they are widely available. Now, if you are left-handed, like me, and you cut left-handed, which I don't, Famore Cutlery is the brand of high-quality scissors for you. They have an entire line of beautiful left-handed scissors that work. From snips to shears to specialty items. And everything that I mention will be linked below, so don't worry, you can check it out down there. Next, let's talk seam rippers. And I've talked about this before. My thinking is that if you're doing an undesirable task, such as unstitching, you should be doing it with the most desirable tool. This one was made by Matthew of So Be It Quilts, and it's just exquisite. There are also beautiful custom tailor's clappers that you can even have laser etched with a name or a sassy message, and other handmade wooden sewing implements like this tray. Oh, it's full. This tray that sits on my side table and holds all my little lovely sewing tools. Usually this is in there too. It just makes it special. Matthew is all sold out of these turned seam rippers right now, so I've listed another lovely maker as well. The Humble Thimble. If you hand stitch and you use a thimble, consider asking for or treating yourself to one of these. A custom fit sterling silver handmade thimble. They're jewelry. Mine were a gift from Casey on our 25th wedding anniversary, and they make me feel special every time I use them, which is almost daily. Now, let's talk lighting. I don't know about you, but when I turned 40, which has been a minute ago, it was like instantly there was not enough light in the universe for me to see details. The Daylight Company saves the day with this genius little device. It's the Daylight Halo magnifying table lamp. Mine is upstairs. My son has confiscated it to work on models, so I've got a picture. It folds, it's rechargeable, it has a magnifier with a lid, it's adjustable, it has adjustable brightness. I love this thing. It's amazing also for sitting in the living room and not blinding my family with my big magnifying light. And of course, it's perfect for travel. Are any of these items necessary for your quilting? Not at all. But that's the point. That's what makes it a wonderful gift. The most exquisite version of an item already in use regularly is an awesome and thoughtful gift that will be appreciated long term. Next, and finally, let's talk about my wild card category, the unusual stuff. What do I mean by unusual? These are ideas that one might or might not immediately associate with quilting or sewing, but they can have a huge impact on your practice. For instance, let's talk about time. Most of us want more time to enjoy our quilting practice, and a gift of time might be a class at a local guild or quilt shop, or a sew-in day, or a retreat, or one of those amazing quilting tours or cruises if your budget allows. But maybe a more practical gift of time involves meals. Hang with me. Meals are one place where time comes into play in a big way. If you are not the primary meal planner or preparer in your home, oh, God love you. But if you are, Consider requesting a gift subscription to a meal kit service such as HelloFresh or Hungry Root. These can save you a ton of time in the kitchen, which can translate to more time in the sewing room. If you aren't down for the kits, you might consider a service like ButcherBox. ButcherBox delivers a month's worth of high-quality, grass-fed, pasture-raised, hormone-free meats right to your door. In fact, this ButcherBox is what's helping me through this busy season of Vlogmas. Another unusual stuff idea is scissor sharpening service. Those beautiful shears we talked about before, they need a little maintenance every now and again. And sharpened scissors are a thing of beauty and delight. Pivoting off of that unusual idea, consider a spa day. No, not for you, but yes, that's lovely too. But I'm talking about a spa day for your sewing machine. Our machines do a great deal for us and they deserve a little TLC, but it is hard to fork over the $90 to $150 or more dollars for cleaning and servicing. This could have been listed under the dull stuff category as well, necessary but not especially thrilling, but I put it here because it's not something we usually think about until there's something wrong with our machines, and by then it may be too late. But if someone were to gift you service on your machine, you'd be more likely to do it, wouldn't you? I know I would. Those are just a few of my thoughts and ideas about gift giving, and I want to know what are yours. What are your ideas? What things would you love to receive that fall into one of the three categories of dull stuff, beautiful stuff, or unusual stuff? What one thing would be or is the best quilty gift you ever received? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to leave your Ask Me Anything question below as well. There are some good ones coming in, and man, it's going to be fun. As always, never forget that you make the world more beautiful just by being in it. I'm Amy, and I'll see you next time.